presents true tales of the paranormal.
Hi, my name is Juan, and this is my story of an experience that I actually had taking care of a family member since I am a caregiver. So I've been staying at this family member's house with my mother, and on a night-to-night basis, she sleeps in one room, I sleep in the other room. But one night in particular, we had a hard time sleeping, and the next morning, my mother saw me still kind of tired, so she told me to lie down in the room she slept in. So I lied down in bed, took a nap, and like everybody else, I was just having a simple dream. And within that dream, everything just went dark, and that kind of caught me by surprise. So I started looking around, wondering what was happening, when all of a sudden this man in a suit just appeared out of nowhere. I asked this man, "Who are you?" His only reply was, "I'm just a friend." Which I then proceeded to ask him, "Well, does this friend have a name?" And again, all he replied was, "I'm just a friend." So we talked there for, felt like almost a couple of minutes. And eventually, I looked at him and asked him, "You're not a dream." And he just replied saying, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Because normally a dream, you can make anything appear or disappear, but you, for some odd reason, I can't make you go away." All he did was he smiled. He had this huge grin in his face. And at that moment, he told me, "I'm just here to help." Which was kind of weird for him to say something like that. And so I asked him, "Help how?" And the conversation took a real kind of twisted turn, because at that moment, he told me, "Why don't you let him die? Don't do anything for him. Don't help him. Just let him die. You're a very sick man. If you do this, I can return your health back to you." At the moment that he mentioned my health, about returning it, I looked at him and I just replied, "I know who you are." And I told him, "And because I know who you are, I am not taking up on your offer. So what I want you to do is I want you to fuck off, because you don't belong here." And at that moment, he just disappeared. Now, I thought he was actually gone, but almost as soon as he disappeared, all of a sudden I felt two hands grab me by both shoulders. And this man whispered in my ear. Now, not many people know exactly what he whispered in my ear, but the only thing that he whispered was, "You should have taken the deal." At that moment, it was when I woke up and my mother was just walking into the room with breakfast. That was my experience. At first, I couldn't understand who I just dealt with, but after discussing it with my mother, she said, "You know who it was. Since we blessed the house, he was trying to find another way in, and he felt that you were his way back in." So again, this is my story, and that brings this to an end.